Okay, next I'll demonstrate the shaving of the callus. I'm going to place a scalpel between my ring finger and middle finger and wrap my fingers around so they're not too close to the blade, but not too far up either. And then I'm going to rest my forearms on the table. If you can show my forearms here. Okay. Using my fingers and wrist, I'm going to bring the blade in line, angle it down slightly, and then create a sawing motion. Okay. Just do a little bit of shaving here. Like I went a little too deep there. You can see some of the white here where I cut in a little too deep with that one. So I'm going to try to go a little less this time. Again, trying to keep my blade flush with the callus instead of pointing downward. Okay, if we could zoom in on the pieces of the scabbing here. Okay, and then also looking here where I've made two cuts that were too deep, because you can see more of there's no more food coloring there, it's more of the viable tissue. So I needed to be a little bit less direct with the blade and more flush with the callus. Okay. Next, I'm going to do the cross hatching technique with the number 15 scalpel blade. This one I will set up in the web space here, and not using the tip, but using the rounded edge of the scalpel itself. I'm going to make some cross hatching marks here. I'm going to rotate it slightly and cross hatch across perpendicular to the ones that I just made. And I just went in with the tip of the blade where I shouldn't there. I want to keep it on the rounded point. So I'm going to try that again. And one more time. Okay, I'm going to check my marks here to see how deep they went. We can look at it from a zoomed level. I'm not seeing any areas that are too deep except for the cut I mentioned earlier. a little bit difficult because this area is more firm of the ham hock and dried. But I know I made at least one cut was too deep there. Okay. Next, I'm going to try to debride the necrotic tissue. If it's going to work with me here. May be the only way I can make this stable is to keep it in that position. It wants to roll off the other end there. But this is the necrotic tissue here. I found that it's more comfortable for me to place these in the palm versus the other technique. I feel like they're more secure. Scissors placement for my hand, the finger here. These gloves are large. Stop for just a moment.